Hi everyone, and welcome back to All Things Frugal and Fabulous. I hope you're having a fabulous day today. And today I am doing a video on some simple ways to save money in the kitchen. So let's get right to it. Number one, don't let anything go to waste. Eat your peels and crusts, or you can use crusts for other things, either stuffing. You can dry them out and use them for breadcrumbs. You can make croutons out of them. For apple peels, apple cores, I actually save them and then I use them for making apple core / peel jelly. And I also save the ends of bread, stale crackers, even like plain cereal like Rice Krispies, Corn Flakes, even bran I use for ground beef and making it, like extending it, making it a little bit more. Same thing I did with lentils as well. So that's number one. Don't let anything go to waste. Number two, check your fridge I would say I try to do it at least every 2 to 3 days thoroughly from front to back, because I know I used to would just look at my fridge and I would see just what's in the front, and there's stuff hiding on the bottom shelf way in the back, and sometimes if you wouldn't find it for a month later and realize a whole package of strawberries or something is gone moldy, and that's money that I could have used for something else. It's literally taking your money and throwing it in your toilet and flushing it down. So definitely go through your fridge every couple days to check for leftovers that you packaged, fresh fruit and produce that might be on its last days, and just make sure to use it up however you want. Smoothies, freeze it before it goes bad. I do that a lot. Number three is kind of the same idea as number two, is go through your freezer and your pantry or your cupboards every week to 2 weeks and just use what you have in there for your meal plans. I only go shopping 1 to 2 times a month because I normally just make meals out of what I have in my pantry, freezer, and fridge, and now from my garden. So definitely just go through everything, look what you have, look what needs to be eaten, and as number one was, don't let anything go to waste. And by going through all your food supplies on a regular basis, that will make sure that nothing goes to waste. Number four, when you are wanting to make a recipe and you are looking at all the ingredients that you need and you see something on there that you don't have, before you go out and buy that one specific ingredient that you might only use in this one recipe, see if you can substitute it for something else. Like, for example, I had a recipe that called for, I think it was pumpkin spice or something like that, and I just used cinnamon and allspice or whatever. I made up my own, and I just used that instead. And also I used vinegar instead of apple cider vinegar. I've used, instead of egg, I've used ground flaxseed with some water. I think it's 3 tablespoons. I can't remember the exact measurements, but I've done that before. Just always check to see if you can use something instead of going out and spending $5-10 on one thing that you might never use again. Number four. Actually, sorry, that was number four. Number five, use a tub in your sink if you do dishes by hand, and collect the water and use it to water your garden. I also collect water from things that I boil, like noodles, vegetables, and anything that when I made my beets, I boiled the water, or used the boiled water and I use it to water my garden, and it's actually a very good fertilizer for your growing plants. Even leftover coffee, I use that. I pour it on my plants outside. Basically, any liquid or water that doesn't stink really bad, I would use it to water my plants outside. Number 6. Before you open the fridge or the freezer, this is a very good one for my family anyway, think about what it is you want, whether it's a glass of milk or maybe you're hankering for a piece of fruit or whatever it may be. Think about exactly what you want and then open the fridge and get it. A lot of times I've seen people open the fridge and stand there, hem and haw, look before they know what they want, and by having that door open, you're letting all the cool air out, the light is on, and when you finally do remember what you want or think of something that you might want, by the time you close that door, your fridge has to work extra hard again just to cool it off again. So I am in and out in less than 10 to 30 seconds each time to keep that cool air in there, and it doesn't have to work extra hard. So it does definitely make a difference. Number 7, another one for the fridge, is keep your fridge a few inches away from the wall. I also vacuum behind my fridge about every month or so because it gets really dusty back there, and it works extra hard if the fan area is blocked with all this dust. So I always vacuum that out and keep it nice and clean so that it doesn't have to work hard to get that air circulation going. Number 8 is kind of going with number 7, is maintain your appliances. Clean and store them properly. This goes for your toaster, your coffee maker, whatever kind of appliance you might have, and just basically even your dishes and your pots and pans. Whenever you buy something new, there's always instructions on ways to keep them clean and ways you can maintain them to keep them longer. And if you do it by the instructions, your belongings will last a lot longer than if you cook them the wrong way. Like if you use high heat on a Teflon pan, that pan isn't going to last very long because you're only supposed to use medium heat on them. So definitely maintain all of your kitchen equipment, whether it be appliances or bakeware, cookingware, anything like that. Keep them clean and store them properly. Number 9, when it comes to food, dried food, fresh fruit, produce, anything like that, store them in airtight containers. And what I like to do for my fruit and my produce, I like to wash them and then towel them off until they're dry and then store them airtight. And I have found that they last a lot longer. I've had romaine lettuce last up to a month. Actually, for the lettuce, I don't wash until I'm about to use it, unless I'm going to use it within the next few days. But I have a big Tupperware type container, and I put it in there, and I make sure it's dry, and it has lasted me for up to a month. That I never imagined possible. But if you keep it dry and stored in an airtight container, many fresh produce can last a lot longer, as well as your flour. I like to store my flour in the freezer as well, and then when I am using it, I put it in an airtight, either glass jar or a plastic airtight container. And I go, like I said, for everything from flour to spices to fruit, any kind of food, even bread, and well, you get the point. Number 10, keep it simple. This goes for your meals, this goes for your appliances, bakeware. Have only what you need. Don't have 20 different appliances, that one for each use. Like I have not many. I have one drawer that has all my cutlery and all of my utensils or big spatula type things. I have one drawer that contains it all. And then I just have a few frying pans, and the bakeware, I have only what I need. So you really don't need, 50 different things in your kitchen that do a bunch of things. Everything is very simple. I have what I need, and everything that I have is multiple use. So that's one of my, I repeat this one very often, is keep it simple. Keep it simple, keep life simple, keep the things in your life simple. Anyways, number 11, if something breaks and you can't fix it, or no, that's not it. I said if something breaks and you can't fix it, try to live without it. Or if it's something simple that you can fix it yourself. Or, for example, when we moved in October to our rental house where we're living right now, we did not have a microwave because we had to leave it at our house that we sold. And so I have not had a microwave since October, and I've lived, 7 to 8 months now with no microwave, and I don't plan on buying one anytime soon. My waffle maker blew up was a couple months ago, and I never bought it again. We can have I made the leftover mix into pancakes, and we don't make waffles that much that I need to go out and buy a new one. So basically, if you can't fix it yourself and you can live without it, then live without it. It will save you money, and you would be amazed at the kind of things that you can live life without. Last but not least, number 12, let hot foods cool down before putting them in your fridge. Because when you put a hot dish that's straight off the stove or whatever, or straight off the stove, and you put it in your fridge, it heats up your entire fridge. And the same idea, when you open the fridge, you're letting all that cool air out, you're putting all this cool air in, and then your fridge has to work extra hard to cool it down again. So that is my last tip for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I have many more tips to add to this, but I just wanted to keep it semi-short today. So again, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all again soon. Have a great day. Bye.